What is up, everyone? I got a story for you today, alright? I don't like going grocery shopping, but I do it sometimes to join my dad in his worldly adventures, alright? There's a reason why I don't like grocery shopping. Every time I go, something bad happens, right? It's either someone's doing something wrong or there's just something that's not working, gets my blood boiling, and I lose it, right? I don't lose it, I just get annoyed, right? And I don't need that shit, correct? Correct, perfect. And honestly, it's like the family fleets is what gets me every time, right? If you don't know what a family fleet is, it's the whole family that shows up to buy a bag of fucking sugar and some nuts, all right? You've got the aunt, the uncle, the ex-uncle to the ex-aunt, the grandmother's sister's mother, great-grandmother in the wheelchair. Like, leave her at home. Don't bring her out. Put it on a paper, a list. You want nuts? No problem, nuts. Pecan or almonds? What are we doing here? That's it. 1-2 person max. But no, you got the whole fleet that comes in. 2-3 carriages, right? Ready to take over Normandy. Anyway. Then you got the weird people doing weird shit, okay? Don't get me wrong, everybody does weird shit, including myself. But the weird shit that I do stays within the 4 walls I like to call home, and occasionally slips out into my car. Occasionally. Now here's what people are going to say and call me a hypocrite, right? They're going to say, Matthew, you're a believer in, being yourself, venturing out, don't listen to what anyone has to say. And I still stand 110% behind that. Don't get me wrong. But when your weird shit starts to fuck around with my food, that's where I draw the line. Like, you want to do weird shit out in public, do it at the dollar store. You're buying cheap shit anyway, it doesn't matter, right? I'll tolerate Walmart, right? 50-50. You got a food section, just stay away from that. Go to aisle 14 with the plungers and shit. Anyway, don't do it at a grocery store. It's a strictly food. You keep your weird shit outside in the parking lot, all right? This is where the story starts. So we walk in, right? Get our bread, get the milk, cans, whatever we know, all the safe stuff. No one opens up a bag of bread and starts checking the slices for mold. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't happen. But then we get to the fruits and vegetables section. This is the vulnerable fruit, right? Where it's exposed to everyone's germs, hands, and everything. I don't want to gross you out here. Fruits and vegetables are very important. You got to get your greens in. But you got to be vigilant, all right? So I'm on apple duty, right? There's 4 apples for $2 this week. These apples are gold, like fantastic apple, like premium grade gasoline version of apples. Like apples you bite into, right? And forget your birth date for how good they are, all right? These are good apples. This is why I have my little ball here, because it's going to require a demonstration in a couple minutes. So I'm scoping out the apple section and I see it, I zone in on it, right? Now I'm making my way through the family fleet, pardon me, and as I get closer, I spot the problem, the prime issue. We've got a fully grown adult-sized man, and it's important to say this because it's not a kid doing this thing, right? Picking up the apples and smelling them before he puts them in his bag or puts them back. Now you're going to tell me, what's wrong with smelling the apple? I don't mind. Everybody's got their own thing. Some people tap, some people shake, some people examine, they listen, whatever they do. And smelling is one of them. But I'll tolerate a whiff. That's it. You're going to pick up the apple, you're going to lean in, a quick whiff, and you return to the original state. This guy, nostrils glued to the apple, inhaling as if he was extracting the seeds from the core of the apple. You can't picture this, no problem. I got you. Apple, nostril. Eye twitch as if Jesus Christ himself was entering his soul through the apple, right? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this cannot be fucking happening, right? Now, it'd be okay if, he likes the apple. Let me get a good whiff in here and then put it in his bag. But no, the apple wasn't good enough for him, so we put it back. And he did it again, another apple. And put it back, and he's just nose raping the shit out of these apples. And I'm like, I gotta get some apples here. I don't want to what are we doing here? What are you doing? So I approach him and I say, I don't want to attack the guy because I don't know what kind of, if he's some kind of like apple fetish here, and he's gonna get all defensive and shit, okay? So I say something, very, very general, like, I haven't seen apples like these in a while. But as I tell him this, he's reaching for an apple, right? So he grabs the apple, I tell him, haven't seen apples like these in a while, completely ignores me, whiffs, looks at me and says, they're not bad, and puts the apple back, like right in front of me, all right? I don't know about you, but okay, sometimes I can get lost out in public, right? I get lost in my weirdness sometimes, Got a little booger here, trying to fix it, and then all of a sudden you're knuckle deep, and you're like, you know what? You make eye contact with that person, and you fix yourself. You correct it, and you get out as quick as possible. But this guy was like proud. Like this guy was like, look at what I'm doing and appreciate it. And I'm standing there like, I gotta get apples, okay? So I said, you know what? I do what everybody does. I start removing the top layer. That's it. People say you're gonna have to wash the apples anyway, so just take it. If it looks good, put it in your bag. It doesn't matter. And you know what? I agree with you. I like to have faith in humanity, right? And say it doesn't matter. The apples are clean. But when you got Snuffleupagus over here, all right, sniffing the shit out of all of them, all right, no, it doesn't work. So I start moving the apples, going for the deeper ones. Now I get a tap on my chest. This here is a no tap zone. You tap my forearm, my hand, whatever it is, not the chest. But he taps my chest and says, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? It's like, do you work here? Just laying the questions on me, CSI shit. And I'm like, no, I don't work here. So why are you touching all the apples for? The motherfucker's getting mad at me. Telling me, you're just touching apples for no reason. I'm like, buddy, you're smelling apples. What do you do? Like, you're the one smelling them and putting them back. He's like, yeah, but I'm smelling for pesticides. I'm like, buddy, at the velocity of your inhale, you can probably depict the nationality of the guy who picked the apple from the tree. Anyway, we're going back and forth, but you're just touching for touching. And I'm like, what do you mean touching? I said, you know what? Forget it. Go back to my dad. Forget the apple pie this week. We're going to do blueberry pie. Blueberry pie sounds fantastic. Fuck the apples. And that's it. I can't go out because I have these. Who argues about this? Here I am, in the middle of the store, arguing with this guy about sniffing apples. Doesn't make any sense. Alright? Anyway, guys, that's been my story for the week. I got a bunch more, alright? Not grocery related stuff. But you know what? I didn't even get to the peppers yet. You don't even want to know what's going on at the pepper section, all right? But maybe I'll cue you in one day. Anyway, guys, if you like that, follow me on Instagram. Got a bunch more funny stuff there. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment down below. Let me know the weird shit that you guys see at the grocery store. I'm curious. I would love to hear what you guys see. Anyway, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Hit me up. DM me. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.